C-3PO, often referred to as 3PO, was a 3PO series protocol droid designed to interact with organic, programming primarily for proper behavior in protocol. There are many different variations of the droids in the Star Wars series, including the OG-9 homing spider droids from the Clone Wars, BD-1 from the Jedi Fallen Order, BB-8, the lesser-known RA-7 protocol droids, KS-2O from Rogue One, R6, R2-D2, and finally C-3PO from the original Star Wars series. Even though the Star Wars universe have many different droids, the two most important droids in the series were R2-D2 and C-3PO. As a droid, he exhibited much loyalty and commitment to his master. Throughout his operational life, C-3PO worked for several masters including Anakin Skywalker, Padme, Leia Organa, and Luke Skywalker. Despite his loyalty and commitment, C-3PO was generally unable to lie or keep a secret due to his programming. Because of his inability to keep a secret, his memory was ripe in order to preserve the secret of Anakin and Padme offspring, Luke and Leia. Unlike his astromech counterpart R2-D2, C-3PO liked to stick to routine and do not respond well to changes. Built by Anakin Skywalker, C-3PO was designed as a protocol droid intended to assist in proper behavior, custom, translation, and can speak fluently in over 6 million forms of communication. Over the years, he was involved in some of the galaxy's most defining moments and thrilling battles. And behind the outfit is Anthony Daniels, an English actor who has portrayed the character in 11 of the 12 Star Wars films released to date. Thank you Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video. Raid got tons of champions, and with over 600 to choose from. Being a 3D artist, I can tell the real-time 3D graphics are top notch, and you won't be disappointed with the animation and attention to detail to each 3D characters. Each of those champions come from a unique faction, each with their own history in the world of Teleria. And this month, Raid has released the newest boss, the Hydra. It is the biggest and craziest boss yet. And if you love battling bosses, this Hydra has 6 different heads, and each head has a different strategy and style to defeat it. And check out this first head, the Head of Mischief. This head is no joke. It can cause pure chaos in a fight, and it seems like it has a lot of fun doing it. And then you have the Head of Decay. The Head of Decay will try to slowly weaken the team, all while keeping the other heads in good shape. Raid is also giving away a super limited edition champion to every player in the game. Some of you may recognize him already. It's the esport legend and Navi superstar Simple. Between now and January 28, 2022, Simple limited edition champion is available for free to both new and old players in Raid. All you have to do is log in for the next 7 days between now and January 28th and he's yours. The series never been a better time to get started. Hit in the link in the description or scan my QR code and you get an epic champion Vergus. Choose 1000 silver, 1 energy refill, 1 XP boost, and 1 ancient shard so you can summon an awesome champion as soon as you get in the game. All of these treasures will be waiting for you here. The reward will be available only for the next 30 days and only for new players. With addictive gameplay, stellar 3D graphics, and with so many characters to choose from, and all for free, what are you waiting for? And it's that easy. Just click at the link in the description and I'll see you in the game. C-3PO physical appearance was primarily polished gold plating, although his appearance varied throughout the film, including the absence of a metal covering in The Phantom Menace and a dull copper plating in Attack of the Clones. In addition, one of the more notable features was the main power recharge socket on his body, and a flexible mid-body section. On his chest was restraining bolts, a small device used to ensure the droid's obedience. More specifically, when fitted with the restraining bolts, droids could not leave the area designated by the owners. On his arm was the energy transducer, an electronic device that converts energy from one form to another, mainly for sensors and actuator. Around his head were multiple sensors, including the photoreceptor for his vision, microwave emitter, and an olfactory sensor on his neck, which was responsible for detection of various odor. Main circuit from the C-3PO entire body are contained with his backplate, making them accessible for maintenance and repair but also unreachable to the droid himself. As we head toward the legs were the high torque knee joints and the intermotor actuating coupling. C-3PO is about 1.7 meters or 5 feet 6 inches in height and weigh about 165 pounds or 75 kilograms. As seen from the Phantom Menace, these internal views of C-3PO shared similar design. One of the quirky traits of this version was all the cabling and wiring running throughout his body. As we take a closer look, on both arms were the servo motors and power bus linkers cables. On C-3PO head were the Trans-Lang 3 communication module, speech generator, and memory banks. The communication module incorporates up to 6 million galactic languages in his memory disk. His vertebral brain was the type of processing unit that has a built-in emergency battery that allowed his head to briefly continue to operate in the event that his primary circuit breaker is damaged or detached from his body. Furthermore, on the back of his head was the broadband antenna receiver. On his legs were the anchor servo motor and a salvaged foot shell. And finally, on his chest was his dual steel chest frame, and on his hip was the pelvic joint. C-3PO was a humanoid robot character who appeared on the original trilogy, the prequel, and the sequel trilogy. Since the Empire defeat, C-3PO has served Leia Organa, head of the Resistance spy aimed at undermining the First Order. Over the decades, the popularity of R2-D2 and C-3PO has only become more apparent over time. Not just for the comic relief, but on many occasions have played a central role in helping Luke Skywalker overcome his various challenges. So what are your thoughts on C-3PO? Do you find him to be an annoying character, or does he provide comic relief when needed for the film? Leave your comment on the section below. And if you want to learn more about other characters such as R2-D2 and Darth Vader, check out my playlist on the right hand corner. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.